an epiphany, just about my life, where I'm at right now, mentally in my journey to, become the highest version of myself. And, it was in that moment I felt like at this period, at this point in my life, this is the point where I should start documenting, that journey, to my best self. Being I just turned 18 a couple days ago. I've really just been thinking about, where my mind has been, the last year or so, and even the last few months, going into the new year, 2024. I set out to do big things. Before I even turned 18, I set out to do big things, and I'm just looking at all the progress I've made, and there is none. So I had to really sit down and figure out what it is, that's going in internally to hinder, where I want to be within myself. Honestly, I don't really have no goal in making this video. I don't really have no set topic I want to talk about. I just want to talk about life. This is why I'm not kind of, if I sneeze, I don't care. I got allergies, bro. I'm not finna. It's really whatever. But if you're watching this, most likely don't know me. This is my first video ever. And you could know me, maybe a couple years down the line. You watch my videos, scroll all the way to the very bottom. See my first ever video, but you just really had to think about what is going on internally to hinder my growth, and what's stunning my growth. And I look at things like school. I'm getting C's, not getting the grades I could be getting, low B's, C's. Even some instances where I did get D's, and it's just okay, is school the most important thing? No. But when I look at my test scores, SAT, ACT, things of that nature, and just knowing how smart I am, I just had to ask myself, am I really applying myself? And my dad told me, he was what you put into one thing, you're gonna put into everywhere. If you give a C effort in school, you're gonna give a C effort in life. And that just really stuck with me, because I know I'm not living up to my potential in school, and I'm sitting here wondering why I'm not living up to my potential and elevating myself, financially, mentally, just trying to really stay consistent and disciplined. And those words, it just really took me back to the beginning. Just really put things into perspective for myself. And I realized I don't even feel comfortable saying a C effort in life. And my birthday was just a couple days ago, so it's I just turned 18, but I feel like I've known, what it costs, to really get to that point for a while now. I'll say even before my 17th birthday, because I remember what I said. I was what I do this next year is going to determine my whole life. And those words were a little naive, but to some degree, I feel like it shows that I knew the stakes of, getting older and transitioning into an adult. I said, how much money I make, the decisions I make, how disciplined I stay for this next year, that means 17 to 18, really determines where I'm gonna be in life. In hindsight, when I really look at it, me turning 18, I feel like I'm in basically the same spot I was in, when I turned 17. And just really looking at that and trying to understand, okay, why am I in the same spot? Why am I in this position? Why am I in the same position I was a year ago? I really think it all just comes down to discipline. Never really gonna get anywhere without discipline. And throughout most of my life, I'd start something and go strong at it for like 3 weeks consistently every single day, and then something come up. I miss one day, and after that, I never do it again. And it's just like it's not discipline; it's really motivation. And if you're gonna be fueled by motivation and nothing else, then like you're gonna get left behind. Back when I was playing football, starting out, I was really highly motivated. I was working hard every single day. Really stayed disciplined. And it was really showing. Like, my practice, my hard work, it was really compounding, and it was really showing up in the field. I was having breakout games, and each game I was getting better and better and better. And it was really getting evident that I was working, and like, it caused more motivation. And because I was seeing my work, being displayed on the field, I was being more disciplined. I knew that what I was doing was going to amount to something. I knew there was an end goal, so it just really caused me to be more focused. Have that real tunnel vision. And I don't know. My sophomore season ended, and I started working. All season, training a lot, and then I don't know what happened. I don't want to say I lost motivation, but like it was just a lot of different things. It was obstacles that I just wasn't strong enough in my mental fortitude to really just overcome. And it's not that they were hard. It's not that it was impossible, but I just didn't have enough intrinsic discipline, like within myself, outside of football, to really like just stay disciplined with everything. And I fell behind, but I ended up transferring to another school. Got to start a job, but because I stopped working as much, I did terrible. And to make things worse, I ended up not being able to play that year because I had transferred. There's transfer rules, things of that nature. So I had to sit for a year. And during that year, I was just depressed. Didn't want to play football anymore. That year really messed up a lot of things. Could have been a year for more development. Maybe that's what it was for. Maybe that's why God made me sit there here, because He knew that I wasn't at my best self. And during that year, I could have worked every single day. No games, no practice, just work, straight working. Better myself, better my mind. Learning the game, studying the game, just preparing my body to really compete at a higher level than what I was used to. And that's not what I did. And it's not like I was doing anything better, because like I said, from 17 to 18, nothing changed that whole year. Nothing really changed with my mind. So I feel like, it was just a year of my life wasted. I can't tell you what I was doing. I had school. Besides that, I have nothing to show for an entire year, basically. And so spring ball rolls around. I'm okay, not really that good. But as right now, there's nobody else. And then summer comes around. We got 2 new quarterbacks out of nowhere. And the younger guys that come in, see myself. I'm the separation is not there. I know I'm better than them. They themselves, I felt like knew I was better than them, but the separation just wasn't there. It just wasn't. And, it ended up I didn't start that year, and that was my senior year. Ended up changing positions. Didn't start at that position, and I feel like that was all just really a lesson. Like, if you're not working, you're not consistent, you're gonna get surpassed. No matter who you are, it don't matter how high you rank. It don't matter the accolades you have. Don't matter what you did this year. Don't matter, if you're not working, you're gonna get passed up. So yeah, and that's one of my biggest regrets. Not working that whole year. Not doing what I needed to do. It was still some work being put in for sure, but not to the level where I could really like elevate myself. That just all ties back into like just really looking at myself. Looking at the bigger picture, and realizing that my lack of discipline comes from putting my passion over my purpose, when that's really not the way to go. You have to put your purpose over your passion, purpose over your pleasure. Yeah, I want to lay in the bed. It feels great. And I don't feel like getting up. I don't feel like running 3 miles, running 5 miles. I don't feel like going to the backyard and sprint and do footwork. I don't really feel like throwing the ball 200 times. But it's the bigger purpose, and when passion isn't there, when motivation isn't there, because you could really tie motivation and passion. They're one and the same, interchangeable in this instance. But when you really just look at it, you have to look at the bigger picture. Look at your purpose over your passion, and that's something that I came across today actually. Purpose over passion. And it really stuck with me, because when I look at where I'm at in my life, and how far I am from where I'm supposed to be, according to my own standard that I set for myself. That's the main thing, just not being disciplined and choosing how I feel in the moment over, the bigger purpose. Purpose concerns not just you, it's a bigger picture. You gotta look at how what you're doing is really glorifying God, because that's the lens I have to look at it. The Bible talks about being lazy. That doesn't glorify God. And the last couple years of my life, I feel like I haven't glorified God in any way, because I've chose how I felt in the moment. And that's just something to really think on. When you're really, transitioning into the highest version of yourself, not just an adult. You can turn 18 and not be the highest of yourself, highest version of yourself. I'm 18. I'm nowhere near the highest version of myself, but you really just gotta, in your day-to-day life, ask yourself, okay, is this something you would do? You gotta think about you really gotta understand who the highest version of yourself is. I think that's where you need to start. And only way you're gonna get there, only way you're gonna get to that point is asking yourself daily, is this something he would do? Or is this something is this something he would do? What would he do today? What time would he wake up? Would he take this cold shower? Would he go run his 3 miles? Would he run 4 miles when he's supposed to run 3? Things like that. You gotta be in constant competition with that elevated version of yourself in order to reach that point. And that's just something that you really can't let up on. That competition right there. Quarterback competition. I feel like I gave him all. Didn't let up. But eventually, I became silent. I just sat back and watched everything happen. And that's not really the way I should have went about it. Should have been more vocal. Should have really put my face, put myself out there, and really, compare everything I was doing to them. And we could just tie that back to life in general. When you're really trying to compete with yourself, because at the end of the day, that's your biggest competition, man. Your biggest competition is yourself at your best. And I feel like that's a really key concept to understand when you're trying to really elevate and go into a higher space mentally, financially, physically, all religiously, not religiously, spiritually, I should say. But you just really could tie it all back into that, man. So yeah, I just really felt like bringing you guys along on this journey. I want to do one of these every night, maybe every other night. I see this as a way of holding myself accountable, because I haven't been working like I should have been. Staying in the bed. I don't have a bed in my room anymore because I took it out because I was coming home from school. I get on that bed, go to sleep, so I had my bed removed. Now my room is just an office, and I have a couch I sleep on. It's not as comfortable, so it's not as easy to just fall asleep, but I feel like it's gonna really help me in the long run. As far as staying disciplined. When I really get disciplined, maybe I'll get my bed back. It's downstairs, but I didn't really have no goal with this video. Just wanted to just put something out there, start this journey, because I do want to document this journey. I do feel like it's something that's going to be worth documenting, for sure. My name's Cameron. What I do wholesale real estate right now. Go to school. I'm about to graduate. I'm just really trying to elevate myself spiritually, physically, mentally, financially, in all aspects. And right now where I'm at, this is about, I'll say this is the very beginning. So I really look forward to taking you guys on this journey. And if you stick around, great. If you don't, okay, that's good. I don't care if 2 people get changed by watching my videos. I don't care if 1 person does. I'm really doing this for me. I don't really care about the views or anything like that right now. Just put something out there and hold myself accountable. So yeah, if you really watch this whole video, I really appreciate y'all watching. And